Hello everyone, welcome back to my page. Today I'm going to be making pork schnitzel. I'm using pork loin. Normally this recipe is done with pork chops, but this is what I had, so I decided to go for it. I've put a piece of plastic wrap down on a clean surface and my pork loin on top and another lining of plastic wrap on top of the pork loin. Now, ideally you'd want to have like a meat hammer or a tenderizer to flatten your pork chop, your pork loin. But I'm just using my rolling pin, and as you can see, you're going to really flatten this out to about 1/4 of an inch thick. I've already started cooking. My cameraman was a little late, so please forgive me. It's going to be a little out of place. But I marinated my pork. Use your favorite seasonings. I've used just a little salt, pepper, onion, garlic, and mustard. I really like mustard with fried things. So I'm now dredging it in some seasoned flour. It's just white flour, and I just seasoned it with salt and pepper. And then from there, straight into an egg wash. It's 1 egg with 2 tablespoons of water that I whisked together. And now these are just some store-bought breadcrumbs that I've seasoned again with salt and pepper. As you can see, I've gone ahead. And I'm just going to make sure that the whole entire pork loin has breading on it. You don't want a thick breading. The really good thing about this recipe is that you have this really thin, crispy outside and then like a really tender inside. So that's what it looks like when it's breaded. And my oil's at 375, and I added enough oil to cover half of my pork loin at a time. So I would say I added like half a cup of oil. I added a little piece of bacon. That brown thing you see in the corner is a piece of bacon just to flavor my oil. And at 375, I'm just going to set down my pork chop away from me. The piece of bacon also helps you know when your oil is ready to drop as well if you don't have like a thermometer. So I'm gonna cook it for roughly 3 to 5 minutes on each side, depending. And just looking for, as you can see on the sides, it's starting to brown, and that's kind of my cue to flip it. And I'm gonna cook it for the same time on each side. If you want to check to see if it's done, you can use a thermometer, and for pork it's 74 degrees. Or normally, well, I always cut the middle and to make sure that there's no pink or there's no red. That's the safest way to do it, to know for yourself if it's really cooked. But of course, you can also check the internal temperature. Now this pork loin is about done. And just going to set it on a plate that has some paper towel on top to soak up some of that extra oil. Now I'm going to add a couple sauce suggestions in the description box below, but I just normally eat mine with mustard, hot mustard or Dijon mustard, because that's just my favorite thing. But I will leave a couple sauce suggestions down in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and have a good day.